Imagine waking up one morning and your job is just gone. No warning, no goodbye, just a message saying your position has been eliminated. That's terrifying, right? But here's the thing. For some people, that scary moment becomes the best thing that ever happened to them.
Welcome to Let's Talk Real English, the podcast where we talk about real life in real English. I'm Eric.
And I'm Lara. And today, we're talking about something that a lot of people dream about, but maybe never actually do: starting your own business.
Yeah, this is so relevant right now. The world of work is changing fast. AI, remote work, layoffs, and people are asking, do I even want to depend on one company for my whole income?
Right, whether you're thinking about starting something, just curious, or maybe a little scared of the idea, this episode is for you. We're keeping it real, no sugarcoating.
Exactly. So let's start at the beginning. Laura, what does it actually mean to start your own business?
Well, I think a lot of people here start a business and immediately picture, a big office, employees, investors, the whole thing. And that can feel really overwhelming. But starting a business can be really simple: selling handmade things online or offering a service like tutoring, graphic design, or cooking. It's basically just finding a way to earn money independently without a boss.
Yes, and I think there's this idea that you need some incredible, totally original idea that nobody has ever done before. But that's just not true. So many successful businesses are just doing something that already exists, but doing it better or for a different audience.
Totally. The world doesn't need you to invent the next smartphone. It might just need a great local bakery, a reliable cleaning service, or someone who teaches English online really well. Those are businesses too.
Exactly. Okay, let's get into the pros and cons. I want to be fair. It's not all amazing, but it's also not as scary as people think. What are the best things about being your own boss, Laura?
Okay, well, the big one for me is freedom. Like, you decide when you work, where you work, how you work. If you want to take a Tuesday afternoon off and go for a walk, you can do that. No one's going to give you a look across the office.
That's the dream, right? That Tuesday afternoon walk.
It really is. And there's the money side. When you work for someone else, they decide your salary. But when you run your own thing, your income is potentially unlimited. If you work harder or smarter, you can earn more.
Yes, and there's a sense of purpose. When it's your business, you actually care. You're building something for yourself, not just doing tasks for someone else's dream. That feels really different, really motivated.
Yeah, I agree with that. But okay, I have to be honest here, because there are real downsides too.
Of course, let's hear it.
The first one is income stability. When you have a job, you know exactly what's coming in each month. But with a business, some months are great and some months are not. That uncertainty is really hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's real, especially at the beginning.
And then there's the fact that you're responsible for everything. You're the marketing person, the accountant, the customer service team, and the one doing the actual work. It can be exhausting, especially at the start.
That's a good point. There's no one else to blame or fix things when they go wrong. But I actually think that can be a good thing too. It forces you to grow so much as a person.
That's a very optimistic way to look at it, Eric.
I mean, I try. Okay, so let's talk about fear, because fear is the number one reason people don't start. They have the idea, they have the skills, but they just don't do it.
Yeah, I think the biggest fear is failure. What if I try and it doesn't work? What if I lose money? What if people think I was stupid for trying? And that fear is valid. It's a real risk. But the question is, what's the cost of not trying? If you never take the chance, you never find out what you were capable of.
I love that. And here's something I always say: failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every successful entrepreneur has a story of something that didn't work, and those failures taught them something crucial.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the shift is from thinking, if I fail, it's over, to thinking, if I fail, I learn something.
Exactly. And another fear I hear a lot: I don't have enough money to start. But honestly, a lot of businesses can start with very little, especially today with the internet.
That's a really good point. If you want to start a freelance writing business, a tutoring service, or sell things online, you don't need a lot of money up front. You basically need a skill, a phone, and an internet connection.
Right. And one more fear: I don't know enough. Like, I'm not an expert. But here's the thing: you don't need to know everything before you start. You learn as you go. Most business owners figure things out along the way.
Yeah, done is better than perfect, as they say. Okay, so let's talk about something that is really on everyone's mind right now: artificial intelligence, AI, because this is changing everything, right?
It really is. And this is a topic that makes some people really nervous because AI is already replacing certain jobs. And that's not a maybe, that's actually happening.
Yeah, and I think it's important to be honest about that. Things like data entry, basic customer service, certain types of writing or translation, AI can do a lot of that now. So some people are losing jobs because of it. And that's scary. But here's the other side of that story, because I think AI is also creating opportunities that didn't exist before.
Yes, and this is the part I get really excited about because think about it. AI is a tool, and like any tool, the people who learn how to use it well have a huge advantage.
Okay, so give me some examples. What kind of businesses can someone actually start because of AI?
Okay, so let's say you're good at social media. You can now use AI to create content way faster. So you could start a social media management business and handle many more clients than before because the AI is helping you with the writing and the images. Or you could teach other people how to use AI. Like so many small business owners are overwhelmed by all these new tools. They don't know where to start. And if you do, you can charge to teach them. That's a business right there.
That's actually really smart because there's always going to be a gap between the technology and the people who understand it, and someone has to bridge that gap.
Exactly. And there are also new jobs appearing around AI, like AI prompt writing, or AI content editing, or creating automated workflows for businesses. These literally did not exist 5 years ago, and people are making real money doing them.
So I guess the message is don't just be scared of AI, try to understand it, and ask yourself, how could this tool actually help me build something?
Perfectly said. And I'd actually say the people who will struggle most in the next 10 years are the ones who resist learning new tools, the ones who say, that's not for me, because the world is not going to slow down and wait.
Yeah, a tough pill to swallow, but true. Okay, let's get practical. If someone is listening right now and thinking, maybe I want to try this, where do they even begin?
Great. So, step one, start with what you already know. What are you actually good at? What do people ask you for help with? Your skills and knowledge are the foundation of your business idea.
Right. And I'd add, think about what problems you can solve, because businesses exist to solve problems. If you can identify a problem that people have and you can solve it, that's the beginning of a business.
Yes. Step two, test your idea before you commit everything. Don't quit your job on Monday and launch a business on Tuesday. Start small. Offer your service to one or two people. See if they actually pay for it. See what feedback you get.
That's such good advice. Like, validate first. You want to know that people actually want what you're offering before you invest a lot of time or money into it.
Exactly. Step three, keep your costs low at the beginning. Don't go and rent an office and buy fancy equipment before you have any customers. Start lean, use free tools, work from home, keep expenses to a minimum.
Yeah, and the free tools out there right now are incredible. You can build a website, manage your social media, and do your accounting all for free. It's a completely different world than it was 10 years ago.
Totally. Step four, find a community. Connect with others who are doing what you want to do. There are so many online groups and forums where entrepreneurs share ideas and support each other. You don't have to figure it all out alone.
That's a big one, because the loneliness of working alone can be really hard, especially at the start. Having people around you who get it makes a huge difference.
And step five, be consistent. This is maybe the most important one. A lot of people start with a lot of energy, and then when things slow down, they give up. But the businesses that succeed are usually the ones where the person just keeps going.
Yeah, consistency beats perfection. That's the secret nobody tells you.
You don't need the perfect plan. You just need to keep showing up.
Right. We've covered a lot today, but I think we need to have the real conversation now. Is entrepreneurship for everyone? Should everyone start a business?
Okay, this is the part where I'm going to be a little cautious, and I hope that's okay, Eric. So, I think some people are genuinely built for it. They love freedom, handle uncertainty well, and are motivated by building things. For those people, absolutely go for it. It can be life changing. But there are also people who genuinely thrive with structure, who like knowing their schedule and having a clear role. And that's completely fine. There is nothing wrong with having a great job that you love. Not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur.
I completely agree. The pressure to be your own boss has become a cultural thing. Like if you're not building a startup, you're somehow failing at life. And that's just not right.
Exactly. The real question is, what kind of life do you want? What makes you feel fulfilled, and what level of risk can you handle? Make the choice that fits you, not the one that looks good on social media.
Well said. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Start something small on the side, keep your job, test the waters, and then decide from a place of information, not just from fear or excitement.
Yeah, the side project approach is so underrated. A lot of really successful businesses started as a weekend hobby and just grew from there.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think we've covered a lot today. Let's bring it home. Laura, what are your key takeaways from this conversation?
For me, the big things are first, starting a business doesn't have to be huge or complicated. Start small, and that's actually the smart way to do it. Second, fear is normal, but don't let it make the decision for you. And third, AI is changing the job market, but it's also creating new opportunities if you're willing to learn and adapt.
I love those. And I'd add, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, and that's okay. But if you have a little voice in the back of your head saying, I want to try something, listen to it. Take a small step. You don't have to leap, just step.
That's beautiful. And for our listeners practicing English, great phrases from today include to be your own boss, income stability, validate your idea, start lean, and keep showing up. Really natural, useful expressions.
And a challenge for you today. Think about one skill you have, just one, and ask yourself, could I offer this as a service to someone? You don't have to act on it yet. Just think about it.
I love that challenge. And to keep practicing your English with real conversations about real topics, subscribe to Let's Talk Real English wherever you get your podcasts.
And if today's episode made you think, we'd love to hear from you. Share it with a friend who's learning English or someone who's thinking about starting a business. You probably know someone who fits both.
We'll be back next week with more real conversations on real topics. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, your English is better than you think.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.